I ain't gonna lie, I didn't like these at first when I saw the samples, but my mind has changed. Check out that peach, baby. That's that Georgia peach right there in the building. For $130, you really can't beat this right now, especially when we paying $200 for a pair of Jordans. $130? Can't beat that. My only issue to Anthony Edwards, I understand he was in China, but why can't the boys in Atlanta get these first? The AE1 was definitely something hard to live up to, but I think the AE2 is gonna be just fine. With love. The AE2 with love, set to release on October 4th for a retail price point of $130. These will be also available in kids for $60 to $100 depending on that particular size range. The colorway on this particular shoe is an acid orange, core black, and acid red. But when you look at it straight up, it just screams Georgia peach. Now these will be available on Adidas.com, but also SoulPlay ATL as well, in store and online. So keep your eyes and ears peeled. This is the first colorway of the brand new AE2 overall. And of course, this inspiration is driven by Anthony Edwards' hometown, Atlanta. It honors his late mother and grandmother, but also tied to the Atlanta roots, inspired by the Georgia state fruit, the peach. These were officially unveiled during Ant's Believe That tour in China. Day one celebrated the final AE Blue Flame collab with Edison Chen's Clot, but we know another term for Blue Flame in Atlanta, but we'll say that for another day. And then day two debuted the AE2 at Red Rock Theater in Shanghai. 200 fans got early pairs via a QR code. The tour also stopped in Chengdu, where 200 pairs also dropped, and then in Beijing, where 100 pairs dropped. The design overall, or silhouette, is like a mid-cut and slightly sleeker than the actual AE1 when you look at it, because the AE1 was a high top and then a low top model was formed after. This kind of sits the same height, in my opinion, as an AE1 low, but you could possibly say it's about an AE1 low. So that makes me kind of wonder, are they going to drop a high top version or a low top version, or is the AE2 just going to be one version overall? The traction uses a slimline traction pattern for agility plus responsive movements, and the stability is oversized fork stability clips on the forefront and eye stay as well. You got a forked heel counter for the lock-in. This is also featured with some carbon fiber, so you're going to put your heel in and it's going to lock in place. The overall materials, you got a lightweight pattern mesh-based glossy synthetic nylon overlays, inner neoprene booty with that Yeezy-like type of vibe going on, but you do have a tongue that is a little bit more flexible. However, it is stitched in into that booty type of style right here. So all this is free, and then it stitches in and becomes that booty-like type of feel. That's what she said. No Diddy, one of those. The outsole is rubber as always, and it wraps upwards, partially encasing the foot for stability, and that encasing kind of wraps up and wraps over on these two panels right here. And it has that very similar bird's eye view as the AE1 as well. The AE1, of course, was a massive, massive success, and the AE2 had that delayed rollout, which is almost 2 years. This was actually supposed to be the AE3, but this actually got pushed forward to become the AE2 because Anthony Edwards apparently scrapped the AE2 initial design and they pushed this one forward. Hence why there was a long gap and why the AE had so many different type of colorways. This, of course, pushes the little bit of lifestyle and performance crossover, functional for hoopers, but also, you know, wearable for streetwear. Looks very nice in shorts. Haven't seen it yet in jeans, but I think I can make it happen. I actually like these way more than I initially saw these when I saw samples of them roll out. I like these a lot. We'll be doing a full-on in-depth review coming soon, like right around the corner, so stay tuned for that. This is just my initial thoughts and opinions. Of course, there's gonna be, you know, multiple different colorways. Blue Fusion also releasing on October 25th in stealth black, neon green colorway as well, coming later. The AE2 rollout mirrors the AE1 success, strategic seating and limited early drops, and storytelling that's all going to be rooted into the colorways themselves. It definitely has that Yeezy type of vibe, but you know, we got to get over the fact that Yeezy and Adidas has parted ways, and I get it though. A lot of those designs and those overall looks definitely, especially even the toe box itself, has a lot of that within it. But, you know, carry on, AE, carry on. The AE1 was a classic. The AE2, you know, has a tough act to follow, but I definitely think that they are on the right path moving forward. Just so we can get a little bit of additional information, I'm gonna try these on for the first time to let you guys know how they feel so that when we do the review, I have a full idea in mind. I got 8.5, woo! And I might recommend that you go up half a size. So them being the 8.5, they run snug, but they look big. These look big than an 8.5. These almost look like a 9 or 9.5, but they fit like a damn 8, which is really odd. That's something I haven't necessarily seen before. But they look good, they look nice, they looked bulky when looking down, but we'll do definitely a full-on in-depth review on this, give you guys my thoughts and opinions on it overall. As far as currently though, these are retailing at $130 and they're currently sitting at that retail price point right now. So with that said, the resale demand for these are kind of iffy. Not that should determine whether or not I get them or you get them, but it may determine whether or not this is a shoe that you're gonna have to wake up and get out and go get it instantly. I honestly think these will sell fairly well for the first day, but I think they're gonna be widely available at tons of other retailers out there that you should not have an issue picking them up. So keep that in mind when getting your hands after them. I think that the hype and the demand is there, but it's not enough for people to be buying and trying to flip these bad boys. And even then, if that's the case, I mean, maybe you want the specific colorway, I get it. But over time, just like with the AE1s, they dropped so many that they went to the point where people were putting on sale like 45 to 50% off. So, you know, with time, these will be available and widely available out there. But even then, at $130, these are not a bad price shoe whatsoever. I like them a lot. I think they look phenomenal. I love the overall story of this one, the Atlanta vibes, the Georgia peach, and I love how AE continues to show love to his home city. And, you know, so stay tuned for the full-on in-depth video. And as always, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I'll see y'all on the next one. I'm out. Peace.